Good afternoon. This is All India Radio. I'm Anuja Kumar, and with me is Abhishek Mukherjee with the Midday News. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates Digital India Week at Gandhinagar in Gujarat. Says India's fintech endeavour is truly a solution by the people, of the people and for the people. Prime Minister to launch Golden Jubilee celebrations of Assam's Agradoot group of newspapers through video conferencing tomorrow. NDA presidential candidate Draupadi Murmu meets leaders of alliance partners of NDA in Patna to seek support in the upcoming election. Process of filing nominations for vice presidential election begins with issuance of notification. Nominations can be filed till 19th of July. IMD warns of heavy rain in central India and west coast for next 5 days. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde directs officials to keep NDRF squads on standby in the state amid heavy rains. Amarnath Yatra halted from both Baltal and Pahalgam routes in Jammu and Kashmir due to inclement weather. Italy declares state of emergency in 5 regions to tackle drought situation. In Women's Hockey World Cup, India to take on China in their second Pool B match at Amstelveen in the Netherlands this evening. In cricket, chasing a victory target of 378 runs set by India, England to resume their second innings at 259 runs for 3 in Birmingham Test this afternoon. And in Wimbledon tennis, Novak Djokovic and Ons Jabeur to be in action in singles quarterfinals today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the Digital India Week 2022 at Gandhinagar in Gujarat yesterday. The theme of Digital India is Catalyzing New India's Decade. During the program, Mr. Modi also launched programs that are aimed at enhancing the accessibility of technology, streamlining service delivery to ensure ease of living and giving a boost to startups. On the occasion, the Prime Minister also announced the first cohort of 30 institutions to be supported under the Chips to Startup C2S program. Addressing the gathering, the Prime Minister said that from the situations of lines for birth certificate, bill payment, ration, admissions, result and banks, India has removed all these lines by getting online. He said so many services have become accessible, fast and affordable. Mr. Modi asserted India's fintech endeavour is truly a solution by the people, of the people and for the people. He said 40% of digital transaction at global level takes place in India.
Fintech, UPI यानी यूनिफाइड पेमेंट इंटरफेस वर्ल्ड बैंक समेत सबने उत्तम से उत्तम प्लेटफॉर्म के रूप में उसकी सराहना की है। फिनटेक का जो प्रयास हुआ है ये सही मायने में बाय द पीपल, ऑफ द पीपल, फॉर द पीपल इसका उत्तम से उत्तम समाधान है। इसमें जो टेक्नोलॉजी है वो भारत की अपनी है यानी बाय द पीपल। देशवासियों ने इसे अपने जीवन का हिस्सा बनाया यानी ऑफ द पीपल। इसने देशवासियों के लेन देन को आसान बनाया यानी फॉर द पीपल। इसी वर्ष मई के महीने में भारत ने हर मिनट में 1,30,000 से अधिक यूपीआई ट्रांजैक्शन हुए हैं। ये काम आज डिजिटल इंडिया के माध्यम से हो रहा है।
The Prime Minister expressed the hope that Digital India campaign will keep on adding new dimensions to itself and will keep serving the citizens of the country. He informed that investment is rapidly increasing in India to increase production of semiconductors.
भारत अगले 3-4 साल में इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मैन्युफैक्चरिंग को $300 बिलियन से भी ऊपर ले जाने के लक्ष्य पर काम कर रहा है। भारत चिप टेकर से चिप मेकर बनना चाहता है। सेमीकंडक्टर्स का उत्पादन बढ़ाने के लिए भारत में तेजी से निवेश बढ़ रहा है। पीएलआई स्कीम से भी इसमें मदद मिल रही है। यानी मेक इन इंडिया की शक्ति और डिजिटल इंडिया की ताकत की डबल डोज भारत में इंडस्ट्री 4.0 को नई ऊंचाई पर ले जाने वाली है।
The multiple digital initiatives launched by the Prime Minister on the occasion include Digital India Bhashini, Digital India Genesis and India Stack.Global. He also dedicated to the citizens My Scheme and Meri Pehchan services. Digital India Bhashini enable easy access to the internet and digital services in Indian languages, including voice-based access, and help the creation of content in Indian languages. The key intervention in building artificial intelligence-based language technology solutions for Indian languages will be the creation of multilingual datasets. Digital India Bhashini will enable massive citizen engagement to build these datasets through a crowdsourcing initiative called Bhasha Dan. Digital India Genesis, Gen Next Support for Innovative Startups, is a national deep tech startup platform to discover, support, grow and make successful startups in Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities of India. A total outlay of 750 crore rupees has been envisaged for the scheme. IndiaStack.global is a global repository of key projects implemented under IndiaStack like Aadhaar, UPI, DigiLocker, Co-win vaccination platform, Government e-marketplace GEM, Diksha platform and Ayushman Bharat Digital Health Mission. This offering of India to the global public digital goods repository will help position India as the leader in building digital transformation projects at a population scale and prove to be of immense help to other countries which are looking for such technology solutions. NDA presidential candidate Draupadi Murmu met leaders of alliance partners of NDA at Patna in Bihar to seek their support in the upcoming election. Ms. Murmu held a meeting with senior JDU leader and Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar. Besides meeting with Mr. Kumar, Ms. Murmu also held a meeting with MPs and MLAs of NDA allies where she appealed for their support in the election.
मैं भारत की बेटी हूँ, इसीलिए भारत के सभी सांसद, सभी विधायक को मैं आग्रह करना चाहूंगी, इस बेटी को एक बार भारत माँ की सेवा करने के लिए मुझे मौका देंगे। मैं आप लोगों के सहयोग से संविधान के दायरे में रह करके भारत माँ की सेवा करने के लिए मैं प्रयास करूंगी। मैं अपने आप में मुझे तो विश्वास है, आपको मैं निराश नहीं करूंगी।
Earlier, BJP leaders including State BJP President Sanjay Kumar Jaiswal and State Cabinet Ministers welcomed Ms. Murmu at the Patna airport this morning. In Bihar, all NDA allies, including JDU, former Chief Minister Jeetan Majhi-led Hindustani Awam Morcha Secular, have already announced their support to Ms. Murmu. Jamui MP Chirag Paswan and his party LJP Ramvilas and Union Minister Pashupati Kumar Paras-led Rashtriya Lok Janshakti Party have also announced their support to Ms. Murmu in the presidential election to be held on the 18th of July.
The process of filing nominations for 16th Vice Presidential election has begun with the issuance of notification by the Election Commission. Nominations can be filed till the 19th of this month. Vice Presidential election will be held on the 6th of August. The Vice President is elected by the members of the Electoral College, consisting of the members of both Houses of Parliament. For 16th Vice Presidential election, the Electoral College consists of 233 elected members and 12 nominated members of Rajya Sabha and 543 elected members of Lok Sabha. The Electoral College comprises of a total of 788 members of both Houses of Parliament. The term of Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu is ending on the 10th of next month. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the Untitled group of newspapers through video conferencing tomorrow. Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, who is the chief patron of Untilted's Golden Jubilee Celebration Committee, will also be present on the occasion. Untitled was started as an Assamese bi-weekly. It was established by Kanak Sen Deka, senior journalist of Assam. In 1995, a daily newspaper, Dainik Agradut, was started and it has developed as a trusted and influential voice of Assam.
Prime Minister Modi will visit Varanasi in Uttar Pradesh on the 7th of this month. During his visit, the Prime Minister will inaugurate and lay foundation stone of multiple projects worth over 1,800 crore rupees. These development initiatives will help in improving infrastructure in Varanasi. Mr. Modi will visit the International Cooperation and Convention Centre Rudraksh, where he will inaugurate Akhil Bhartiya Shiksha Samagam on implementation of the National Education Policy. Prime Minister will also inaugurate Akshay Patra Midday Meal Kitchen at LT College in Varanasi, which has a capacity of cooking midday meals for around 1 lakh students. In the last 8 years, Mr. Modi has put a lot of focus on infrastructure development in Varanasi. This has resulted in the transformation of the landscape of the city and enhanced ease of living for the people. India Meteorological Department IMD has warned of heavy rain in central India and west coast for next 5 days. IMD said heavy to very heavy rainfall is very likely over East Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, several areas of Maharashtra, Goa, coastal Karnataka and Kerala. In Maharashtra, the IMD has issued a warning of heavy to very heavy rainfall in Konkan, Madhya Maharashtra, Kolhapur, Satara, Pune and in the Ghat areas of Nashik for next 5 days. In view of the heavy downpour, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde is in touch with the district collectors of the Konkan region. He has directed the National Disaster Response Force or NDRF and other rescue teams to be on standby to tackle any eventuality arising due to heavy rainfall. Mr. Shinde said people should be informed well in advance about the flood situation and they should be shifted to safer locations. The Chief Minister is also keeping a close watch on the situation in Mumbai arising due to heavy downpour. More from our correspondent.
In Maharashtra, a total of 13 teams of NDRF have been deployed. The highest 5 teams of NDRF have been deployed in Mumbai, 2 each in Thane and Kolhapur, and 1 each in Nagpur, Palghar, Chipadun in Ratnagiri and Mahad in Raigad. The NDRF official told AIR that orange alert has been sounded in Kolhapur on 8th of this month. Reports are coming in of heavy rains lashing Mumbai, because of which the water is accumulating on the railway tracks in Chunabhatti and Kurla railway stations, disrupting the harbour train services. Meanwhile, Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has asked district administrations of Raigad, Ratnagiri, Thane, Palghar, Sindhudurg and Kolhapur to give prior information of a possible flood situation to the people. In Sindhudurg in last 24 hours, 155 millimeters of rainfall was recorded. Kunal Shinde, AIR News, Mumbai.
In Jammu and Kashmir, the Amarnath Yatra has been halted for the time being from both the Pahalgam and the Baltal routes due to bad weather conditions. As per official sources, no Yatri has been allowed to move towards the Holy Cave Shrine due to the prevailing inclement weather conditions, and it has been stopped till the weather improves. It has been raining on all major stops around Holy Cave along Pahalgam and Baltal tracks, while more than 3,000 Yatris are right now staying in Nunwan Base Camp. Meanwhile, the 7th batch of 6,351 pilgrims, including 1,284 women and 56 children in a cavalcade of 239 vehicles, left the Bhagwati Nagar base camp in Jammu this morning to perform pilgrimage to the Holy Cave Shrine of Sri Amarnath Ji. The Srinagar-Leh highway was also closed this morning for vehicular movement after fresh mudslides triggered by rain occurred in central Kashmir's Gandarbal district. SHO Gund S. Arshid told AIR News that the highway was closed immediately after mudslides occurred at Kunan Gund area this morning. He said that the highway has got completely blocked due to mudslides, while men and machinery have been pressed into service to restore the highway. The pilgrims visiting the Holy Cave Shrine of Sri Amarnath Ji can now give the feedback to the shrine authorities for improving the facilities. Sri Amarnath Shrine Board SASB has launched Pilgrim Feedback Services PFS. The 43-day-long annual Yatra commenced from both Pahalgam and Baltal routes on the 30th of June. The Yatra is scheduled to end on 11th of August on Raksha Bandhan.
Meanwhile, the Udhampur District Administration has established a desk for issuance of Radio Frequency Identification RFID cards at railway station for the convenience of Sri Amarnath Ji pilgrims. According to Deputy Magistrate Udhampur Mukhtar Ahmed, no Amarnath Yatri will be allowed to proceed for the pilgrimage from Udhampur railway station without having an RFID card. He said RFID desk has been established at railway station Udhampur for the distribution of RFID cards for pilgrims, which is mandatory for undertaking the pilgrimage.
मैं मुख्तार अहमद नायब तहसीलदार यहाँ डिप्टी मैजिस्ट्रेट तैनात हूँ। इस वक्त तक जो अमरनाथ यात्रा की रजिस्ट्रेशन की गई है यहाँ तकरीबन 1800 के करीब हो चुकी है। आज सुबह 5 बजे से लेकर इस वक्त तक तकरीबन 115 यात्री हमने रजिस्टर कर लिए। ये रिफिट कार्ड एक इशू हो रहा है कि इसकी यात्री के लिए पहचान होती है कि ताकि इसकी आइडेंटिटी रहे और इस पहचान के साथ यात्री के लिए सहूलियत पैदा हो।
Amarnath pilgrims have welcomed the new arrangement of RFID desk at Udhampur railway station.
मेरा नाम प्रज्ञा पटेल है। हम अहमदाबाद से आए हैं, उधमपुर उतरे हैं। यहाँ पर प्रशासन की व्यवस्था बहुत अच्छी है, बहुत अच्छी है। कहीं भी लाइन नहीं है, भीड़ भी नहीं है। और जो कार्ड देते हैं वो ट्रैकिंग सिस्टम है। हम कहीं भी खो जाते हैं, अगर कहीं गुम हो जाता है, हमारा कोई साथ में रहने वाला भी कोई गुम हो जाता है तो उसे हम ढूंढ सकते हैं। इतनी अच्छी व्यवस्था यहाँ पर की है और बहुत अच्छी सुविधाएं मिल रही है यहाँ पर।
You are listening to the Midday News on All India Radio. A reminder of the headlines before we move on. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates Digital India Week at Gandhinagar in Gujarat, says India's fintech endeavour is truly a solution by the people, of the people and for the people. Prime Minister to launch Golden Jubilee celebrations of Assam's Agradoot's group of newspapers through video conferencing tomorrow. NDA presidential candidate Draupadi Murmu meets leaders of alliance partners of NDA in Patna to seek support in upcoming election. Process of filing nominations for vice presidential election begins with issuance of notification. Nominations can be filed till the 19th of July. IMD warns of heavy rain in central India and west coast for the next 5 days. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde directs officials to keep NDRF squads on standby in the state amid heavy rains. Amarnath Yatra halted from both Baltal and Pahalgam routes in Jammu and Kashmir due to inclement weather. Italy declares state of emergency in 5 regions to tackle drought situation. In Women's Hockey World Cup, India to take on China in the second Pool B match at Amstelveen in the Netherlands this evening. In cricket, chasing a victory target of 378 runs set by India, England to resume the second innings at 259 runs for 3 in Birmingham Test this afternoon. And in Wimbledon tennis, Novak Djokovic and Ons Jabeur to be in action in the singles quarterfinals today. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle @AIR News Alerts.
कॉम्पिटिशन्स की अगर आप कर रहे हैं तैयारी तो आपके लिए ऑल इंडिया रेडियो लाया है कार्यक्रम अभ्यास। एक ऐसा कार्यक्रम जिसमें आप पूछते हैं सवाल 9289094044 पर या फिर ईमेल करते हैं abhyas.airnews@gmail.com पर, जिसके जवाब एक्सपर्ट देंगे शनिवार रात 9:30 बजे। इस बार का विषय है ज्योग्राफी यानी कि भूगोल और प्रश्न भेजने की अंतिम तारीख है 6 जुलाई। आपके सवालों का हम कर रहे इंतजार। आपका अभ्यास हमारा प्रयास।
Welcome back to the Midday News on All India Radio. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar has said that in the last 8 years, Prime Minister Narendra Modi always advocated for neighbourhood first policy. Participating at a discussion on Modi at 20 Dreams Meet Delivery in New Delhi today, Dr. Jaishankar said the vision of Modi government is towards development and prosperity of entire neighbourhood. He said transformation is taking place in every sphere, to be it in power, road, tunnels and waterways. Dr. Jaishankar said India has stepped up in assisting Sri Lanka, which is facing economic crisis.
In the last 8 years, for example, we are both power exporter and importer from Nepal. The same thing with Bangladesh. We are supplying fuel to a lot of our neighbors. You saw Sri Lanka is in difficulties right now. We have stepped forward to assist them. So this whole idea of India actually as a lifting tide, which is able to lift the entire neighborhood, and a lot of it is human.
Sri Lankan Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe told the Parliament today that first round of discussions with the International Monetary Fund (IMF) has been a success, but the assistance depends on the debt restructuring program. Local media reports that making a special statement in the House, Prime Minister Wickremesinghe said Sri Lanka will hand over a debt restructuring program report to IMF in August this year. The Prime Minister said government is working to control the inflation.
Nepal Prime Minister Sher Bahadur Deuba yesterday reshuffled his cabinet for the 6th time in a year, inducting 3 new ministers from the Janata Samajwadi Party, a member of the ruling coalition. Local media reports that Mohammad Ishtiaq Rai has been appointed to the Ministry of Physical Planning, Pradeep Yadav to the Ministry of Forest and Environment, and Mrigendra Kumar Singh Yadav to the Ministry of Agriculture. The Italian government has declared a state of emergency in 5 northern regions surrounding the Po River amid the worst drought in 70 years. The Italian government in a statement said the state of emergency is aimed at managing the current situation with extraordinary means and powers. Emilia, Romagna, Friuli, Venezia, Giulia, Lombardy, Piedmont and Veneto will be given $38 million in emergency funds to tackle the water shortage. The drought threatens more than 30% of Italy's agricultural produce, according to the agricultural union Coldiretti. Unusually hot weather and low rainfall across winter and spring have compounded water shortages in northern Italy.
Uganda has announced the discovery of 31 million metric tons of gold deposits in the country. A spokesperson from the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development in the country, Solomon Muita, said the discovery will help Uganda in attracting gold miners and investors. And now let's listen to our special program, Azadi Ka Safar, highlighting the importance of the day during the freedom struggle.
Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav.
Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. Birth of a nation. India's glorious freedom struggle is one of the greatest struggles the modern world has ever witnessed. AIR News brings you a glimpse of this struggle every day.
We also pay tribute to Taradas Mukherjee, who was a resident of Nadia, West Bengal. He was a member of a revolutionary group of Nadia, sentenced on the 24th of May 1930 to 6 months imprisonment in connection with a procession at Krishnanagar. Taradas was subjected to brutal physical and mental torture in jail, because of which he committed suicide at Baripada on the 5th of July 1933. AIR News salutes the son of the soil.
We also remember the martyr Durgamal. Durgamal was a resident of Dharmshala, Himachal Pradesh. He was formerly a Havaldar in the Gorkha Rifles of the British Indian Army. He joined the Indian National Army in Singapore in 1942 and served in the Gorkha Special Squad as captain. Durgamal crossed the Indo-Burma border into Assam on an intelligence assignment, but was subsequently captured by the British and court-martialed on the 5th of July 1944 for waging war against the king, and sentenced to death and hanged in the Delhi district jail on the 25th of August 1944.
And that brings us to the end of this episode of Azadi Ka Safar with AIR News. See you in the next episode tomorrow. As our nation celebrates the 75th year of independence, a series of events are being organized by the government as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. To commemorate the occasion as a Janotsav, All India Radio News brings its listeners a special quiz on India's freedom movement and its glorious history. Listeners can send their responses to the question over WhatsApp on 882-654-6262 or through email on amritmahotsavquiz@prasarbharati.gov.in. One lucky participant will be selected as a winner and will be announced in tomorrow's morning news. Winner will be awarded a certificate and a token prize. Consumer Affairs Minister Piyush Goyal has said that 45 crore transactions have taken place so far under One Nation, One Ration Card. He said One Nation, One Ration Card is a revolutionary step and unique initiative globally. Under the scheme, beneficiaries can get access to subsidized food grains under public distribution system anywhere in the country. Addressing the National Conference on Food and Nutrition Security in New Delhi, Mr. Goyal said the migrant labourers benefited very significantly from One Nation, One Ration Card.
On to some sports news. In the FIH Women's Hockey World Cup, Savita Punia-led Indian team will take on China tonight in the second Pool B match at Amstelveen in the Netherlands. The match will begin at 8 p.m. Both India and China secured a draw in the respective first Pool B matches. India played out a pulsating 1-1 draw with England, while China also played out a 2-2 draw with New Zealand. In cricket, host England will resume the second innings from the overnight score of 259 runs for the loss of 3 wickets on the concluding day in the final game of the 5-match Test series at Edgbaston in Birmingham this afternoon. Chasing a victory target of 378 runs set by India, England were 259 for 3 at stumps last night. With an unbeaten 150-run partnership, Joe Root on 76 and Johnny Bairstow on 72 were at the crease when the stumps were drawn. England need 119 more to win with 7 wickets in hand. In Wimbledon, top seed Novak Djokovic and third seed Ons Jabeur will be in action in the second quarterfinals today. Serbian Djokovic will clash with 10 seed Yannick Sinner of Italy, while 9 seed Cameroon Nouri of Britain will meet Belgian David Goffin in the men's singles. In the women's singles quarterfinals, Ons Jabeur of Tunisia will face Marie Boskova of the Czech Republic. In the other fixture, German Tatiana Maria will meet compatriot Jules Nemiar this evening.
Now let us take a look at the weather update for the day. National capital Delhi is having generally cloudy sky with light rain. Mumbai is expected to have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Chennai is likely to have generally cloudy sky with moderate rain. Srinagar, Jammu and Muzaffarabad are likely to have thunderstorm with rain. Leh is likely to have generally cloudy sky. Gilgit is also expected to have partly cloudy sky. Imphal, Aizawl, Kohima and Agartala are expected to have generally cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thundershowers, and Shillong and Gangtok are expected to have partly cloudy sky with 1 or 2 spells of rain or thundershowers. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurates Digital India Week at Gandhinagar in Gujarat. Says India's fintech endeavour is truly a solution by the people, of the people and for the people. Prime Minister to launch Golden Jubilee celebrations of Assam's Agradut group of newspapers through video conferencing tomorrow. NDA presidential candidate Draupadi Murmu meets leaders of alliance partners of NDA in Patna to seek support in upcoming election. Process of filing nominations for vice presidential election begins with issuance of notification. Nominations can be filed till 19th of July. IMD warns of heavy rain in central India and west coast for next 5 days. Maharashtra Chief Minister Eknath Shinde directs officials to keep NDRF squads on standby in the state amid heavy rains. Amarnath Yatra halted from both Baltal and Pahalgam routes in Jammu and Kashmir due to inclement weather. Italy declares state of emergency in 5 regions to tackle drought situation. In Women's Hockey World Cup, India to take on China in their second Pool B match at Amstelveen in the Netherlands this evening. And in Wimbledon tennis, Novak Djokovic and Ons Jabeur to be in action in singles quarterfinals today. And with that, we end the midday news.